Yes, I am talking to you for certain. Just wanted to get things kicked off this morning with, well, let's see what happens. Just kick it off with the live stream. And, all right, you guys are already here. That's funny. All right. Funny but not funny. It's more like great than it is funny. It's more like great man. I'm trying to get my Sunderland accent on. Liverpool. Let's see. Good morning. Three little birds. Nice. Good idea. I haven't played that for a long time. It's been a hot minute. Here's the A440. And we're good to go there. Let's see how the other strings are faring. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Raul. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Mr. Smith. Hey, if you're just tuning in, I wanted to welcome Bernard. Happy Friday indeed. Indeedly weedly. We've got some studio sessions coming up this morning. And so this warm-up will be directly impacting that 9:30 start. We hit at 9:30, so this will be a good warm-up. And it's a good, I feel like breath could use a little bit more work. And also the sentiment I would like to, today's kind of devotion for me personally is to, you either see heaven or you see hell. And I'm going to work on a language that promotes the seeing of heaven. All right. So that's what I want to work on today personally. And you are more than welcome to generate your own sort of mantras for today. And as we start, we're going to, good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Lit Boy. Creed, please. Creed, yeah, good, wow. It's been a long time. I love the YouTube handle, man. We may have some time at the end of the session. I really appreciate you coming in and asking for requesting songs like that. This is a great thing to do. And I normally would be in a situation to oblige like right away and go in a stream of conscious from one song to the next. But I just, if you're here, if you're just tuning in, what you've tuned into is the morning ritual for guitar growth. And we're just getting started, so we're working on breath work. Like, what kind of Creed song would you like to hear? Because maybe I can do it now a little later. Is there a specific song you'd like to hear? Good morning, Justin. Guitar for fiddle for everyone. Something really special about just the G string here too. So we have let's see what we got here. I don't know if I have anything that I can do about that at the moment, but let's see. Oh yeah, I remember that. Really kind of. So that's kind of it's a pretty simple song, like actually to play. It's a really good one. So if it's something you think you wanted to learn how to play, maybe we can work on that at some point. It's definitely something to check out. There's the this is it's great. I'd love for this to be a request line, but I really have this started so that it's actually like a morning ritual, a morning warm up. So actually, we do this every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we do this for personal growth and guitar growth. So if you're interested in showing up, arrive here at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard with your guitar, and we do this every weekday morning through the entire year of 2025. So what we do, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Lit Boy. That's, man, we'll send some prayers from the group here for certain. So thanks for being here, and I hope you can benefit from that somehow. It's C. So we're going to be working on stuff like this later on in the session today too. So let's go ahead and start right now with fingers 3 and 4. And what we are going to do is just observe this beautiful, beautiful low E string and this beautiful relationship between fingers 3 and 4. And we're going up this position, descend the position, descend, ascend the position, descend the position, and so on and so forth until we become professionals. All right. 4 attacks per beat, 60 beats per minute. And if you would like to join me, here we go. I'm counting now. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up with a pick. 4 attacks per beat. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a faux E and a. Morning, Sky Anime. It's great to see you again. We have a new face. I think Lit Boy. I don't know. I don't not recognize the name. It's a really cool YouTube handle. So maybe we've seen him before. I think he's a new guy. Yeah. Good morning. So there are prayers going out in the world today. Lord knows the world could use some prayers. This and every day. Oh, you know what? Somebody said to be like in a constant state of prayer. What verse was that? But that's sort of the way I look at practice. My morning ritual is, and music performance in general is an elevated situational awareness pattern. So here we go. Fingers 2 and 3 on frets 11 and 12. 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. Good morning, Dan. Words of insight from the north. Absolutely. That's correct. working just working the pick. I'm really focusing on my pick this morning. Just thinking about what would Joe Pass do? Well, he'd probably have a cigar in his mouth or somewhere nearby. Fingers 1 and 2, 11 and 12, 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do E and a. We're already up to 9 legs. That must be like, that must be really something to be able to just be part of something. Like, I kind of feel like we're getting there. I kind of feel like that we might be bridging a gap between. We might be bridging a gap between being there and being here. So my guess is at the end of this year, we'll be much better and much more in sync with our internet etiquette, and we'll have designed these new protocols to govern ourselves as we join, as we join in and encourage others to lead with, respect and commitment and devotion. So that's a really remarkable thing to see what's going on here in this live chat, like in the likes and the. To me, this is, it's a hopeful message. And we'll take a look at fingers 3 and 4, frets 3 and 4, 10 and 12. 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do. And I'll start with upstrokes. And M Flea in the house. Just getting that upstroke going. I don't know if you can see enough of my picking hand, or if I should reposition the camera or reposition myself, my person. But if I'm going up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Every time the metronome clicks, it's an upstroke. And in order to get back to another upstroke, I need to go through a downstroke. So that will be the upbeat with downstroke, which is unnatural. But this technique is really important for me I found to cultivate, so I know how to lead with an upstroke. So it's helpful. My hands are feeling it a little bit this morning. I've already had 1 liter of water this morning. I've had usually by now I'm off the caffeine for a month of Lent, but I'm using the old pomegranate or whatever this stuff, whatever the lady of the house keeps in the fridge. We like to do the fresh squeezed ruby red sometimes too, and that's a nice treat. Oh, here it is, stretched between 2 and 3. This is really what always gets me. 2 and 3, 10 and 12. And I was going to have the Steve Vai 10-hour workout, guitar workout today. I might run and grab the magazine. I left it in the other room, had it set for this morning, scheduled for this morning, so I might run and go grab it because I'm feeling like I want to work on a few of those exercises today. We have some Petrucci exercises coming, courtesy of our good friend Guitar for Everyone. We have some we have some more guitar exercises coming from our good friend Raul here, so let's take a look. Fingers 2 and 3. I'm stalling 2 and 3 because it's going to be painful for me. That's what's happening. 10 and 12. Here we go. 2 E and a T E and a faux E and a. Is Haint here? I see Haint. Haint. Good morning. Like that's a contraction of he ain't. Haint. It's funny. I love that. Morning, so you can feel the energies here today. It's funny how that energy can kind of transcend at light speed, near light speed, over the over copper, data over copper, the the old RJ45 or whatever it is. Oh, we're transmitting wirelessly here too, I guess, so. Gotta get it to the copper first. I was thinking this, we're have some really great weather coming. Last night we had a glaze of ice on everything, just a thin glaze of ice followed by like half an inch of really fluffy powder. So it's a little slick here, but we have some really great weather coming up. So I was thinking I'm going to take you through some different, I'm going to tour, like I'm just going to get in the van and wake up, or just an early excursion out to these really mind-boggling sceneries that we can host live streams from. This in the next week or two. I'm going to just get out there and do it. It'll still be a little cold, but it's going to happen. So I'm really excited about that. So 1E and a 2E and a 10 and 12, go E, and just to get out in some of the wilderness, some of the wild, some of the coastline, some of the lakes, and some of the beauty that we have here. Joe Pass is amazing. Flea, good morning. Oh man, yeah, it's hard to get beyond that sometimes. Life changes. It's not always, some call it progress, but it's not always progress, is it? Oh, I did read your song, Raul, and I'll email you a response. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan of that kind of thing. So just so you know, there, it's out of the bag. I'll email you about it. Great work, though. Thank you for taking the time to share it. So let's take a look at fingers 2 and 4. We're just going to rip right through this. Fingers 2 and 4, 9 and 12, 1E and a 2 and a D and a 4E and finally, old guy syndrome apparently. Oh, did I miss something? It's been years, but I think it's been an old video of Joe Pass at a guitar store, just killing it. Sound good. Pretty sure it was Pass. It took me a while to find and join this morning. Oh, I see what you're saying. Old and in the way. I've been really enjoying, like I just did a record, I just did a YouTube video. I thought it would get more attention, but it's from that Old and in the Way group, you know, with Garcia and Grisman or whatever, and some really great players. And it was like Midnight Moonlight, and it's one of those songs when I first saw it in a pub, I thought, man, meet you at Alamo Mission, we can say our prayers. All right, fingers 1 and 3, 9 and 12. 1E and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E. Just to meet you at Alamo Mission, we can say our prayers. The Holy Ghost and the Virgin Mother will heal us as we lay there. So what a great song. You know, the chord progression is so simplistic, but it's one of those great old-timey songs that when we hear it for the first time, it's just like mind-boggling lyric content. I don't think that was the bug that got me bit. You know, that was another one that came a little after the bug was bit. And on my way home from Alaska, coming up to the Canadian Rockies on the third day, the sun rose, and we heard Ralph Stanley singing When the Fields Turn Brown, and or maybe it was Garcia. But either way, it was a beautiful old-timey representation of that song. A song about leaving home and journeying and coming back, and nobody's tending the fields anymore because they're all gone. Just wonderful, wonderful old-time stories that withstand. It's like the Iliad, or just the Odyssey. These songs just live on and on and on, and hopefully there are these newcomers that bear the torch, and like the Marcus Kings and the Billy Strangs and of that world, or certainly monstrous young torchbearers for this kind of repertoire. So thank goodness for future generations. I'm glad to hear Hank. All right, let's go ahead and do the old fingers 1, 2, 3 and stretch 4. 1 E and a 2 and a T E and a 4 E and a... Yeah, I anticipated the studio session this morning, so I didn't hit the rack until probably 1 or 1:30 tomorrow, like last night, maybe 2. We're up at 4:30 or something like that. So it was a pretty lightweight, light-duty sleep effort for me last night. So this is a little bit lucid for me, a little bit loose. I bought a hand massager because of this YouTube channel. You didn't either, did you really? That's a good idea. Better late than never, Hank. That's right. I'd love to learn how to play that. Yeah, it's a really great thing. It's a really great thing to be able to entertain the self. I did some math, just some light math. You know, if the average adult user is on the TikTok or social media for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, so 62,400 hours in like 30 years or whatever. So basically, over a 30-year period, you're basically giving away 7.2 years of your life to like just throwing it in the trash can. And so this partially is a movement to, while we're spending time on a mobile or a portable or a fixed viewport, just to work on the messaging so that there's a messaging that says, if your old man comes home at night and he doesn't do this, then he must not love you this way, or there's all kinds of that content on the internet that's just peeling family models apart, just like at the seams. And if you multiply that by an order of magnitude, like an entire population, what is it? Like, let's say the alpha, millennials, Zs, and the Xs probably all use similarly, and the boomers are using a little differently probably. But the end result is 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a 4 E and the end result is, basically multiply those 7 years by the millions of users, and then one generation of all of that poison that we drink every day gets into our families and pulls us all apart at the family level, at the personal level. So it could be a pretty bleak outlook if we don't sort of correct ourselves. So this might be an attempt. Maybe it's futile, but maybe, I always learned that this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And then that begins, or, I can change everything in the world changes, but it all begins with me, right? So there can be peace on earth, but let it, just got to work on my breath here a little bit. Let it begin with me. It's simple, it's easily dismissed, and it's like a pendulum. One day I'm observing it like really, really closely, and the next day I completely forget about it. And then one day the pendulum is going to stop swinging, and it will remain right there in the center where I'm supposed to be, paying attention and observant and devoted. All right, so that's painful for me right there. So let's go ahead and stretch this out. So we have a very nice straight elbow, and we're pulling the hand back just easily. Easy does it. We're not looking to win any awards, snapping our tendons in half. So 15 clicks, and we'll be going to the next position in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 10, 15, 1, 2, 3. Oh, this feels great this morning. This feels really good. I didn't stretch at all last night after I did all of that keyboard work. And then we're doing the same thing over here. All right. Kind of weird to watch a grown man stretching on the internet, isn't it? Kind of seems okay when Apple TV produces it, but just kind of feels a little weird just to sit here and do the thing. And but it is good. It is good for the body. It's good for the soul. It's good for the break. For the mind is good during the practice routine. Usually what I'll do when I do this on my own is I'll be in complete silence and just focus on breath, the in and out. There. Good. Good to go. Let's go get some. All right. What are we doing? Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do yoga, all right. So let's see. I've been up all night crying. Hey, say, bring some peace and kindness from this live chat for us, Raul and Lit Boy. If you don't mind, that'd be great. We're thinking about everybody here. But a hand massage. I'm going to need to show you guys some Mancuso workout. Oh, there we go. Now you're talking. Let us know. We're all interested. Let's do the 1, 2, 3, 4s. And then I'm doing this anyway. And if you'd like to join me, here we go. 1 E and a 2 E and a D E and a 4 E and a. Epiphone Caballero from the 70s, bolt-on neck, should be looked at. For now, I'm just growing on the knowledge and information for now. Osmosis, it really does work like that. It does, doesn't it? You can probably still practice on it lightly. Hey, Void Ralph is on. Hey, Channel Mechanic. Well, Mr. Ralph is in the game. It's so good to hear from you this morning, Ralph. Happy Friday. Man, what a great thing to see your face here. Oh, whoop, sorry. It's been a while. Great to see you back, man. Anyone you ever see Garcia Santana and Steve Jordan on stage? Wow. No, I tried. Long story, but man, can't wait to see your area. Never been up there. Oh, you're gonna love it. Bottom 4 strings, 1 E and a 2. Got some real special places to share with you guys. As long as you don't tell everybody where the frig I am, man. I'd hate to go and see like 100 people there next time, you know what I mean? I might not disclose or geotag the locations, but I'll show you where some of my favorite spots are. just one after the next, you know? Just get one of the old Delorme's maps and then go see all the scenic places. Where are we headed, Robbie? I need a vacation. The season is just getting started for bees. Oh. Bluegrass convert in '96. They say that there's nothing more intolerable than a convert, right? The cradle bluegrassers are womb to tomb bluegrassers don't really appreciate it like the converts do they? I hear you, Bernard. Vacation to boot. Good morning, sir. Hey, Alfie. Good morning from the Philippines. Great to have you here. And I'll see you a morning, Ralph. I'll avoid Ralph. I'll see you later this morning, won't I? All right, if you do yoga, watch people stretch a lot. All right, I was thinking we could talk a little bit about something, but then I got changing my mind because a little bit, I think we're going to take a vote. Do we want to talk about the mechanics behind Blackberry Blossom, or really break down the mechanics so that we can build our own G runs? This is our last day for our first ever Bluegrass week this year. So if you would prefer to cut down a song, or if you would prefer to dissect just dissect the biology of a G run, a living and breathing G run, so that we can transmutate it and place it all over the guitar neck, we could do that too. So just let me know, I'll give you a few minutes. If you are just tuning in, I wanted to welcome you to the morning ritual for guitar growth, which happens by chance every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All through 2025, we take the first video we ever did this year and the last video we're going to do, and we are going to compare what 260 hours does for us as we observe the differences between the techniques in the first video and the last video. So this is what's going on. I thought it might be helpful for some of us to understand longitudinal value instead of the quick fix values, which nothing wrong with having both short-term and long-term goals, but the short-term goals I'm thinking are 3 months out. Long-term goals I'm thinking are 5 years out. So we've got a little planning to do. All right. Let's go ahead and do a Steve Vai episode, just one of these real quick, because we have a few minutes before we really want to transition into the last quarter of this guitar session. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, and it's again, and then when we shift up one position, we're just going to go 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. That's all we're doing, really super simple, but when we complete that ascension, we ascend a position, descend that position. And we're just doing that 4 tags per beat, 60 beats per minute. Really good training for the fret hand though. 1 E and a 2 and a D E and a smash that like button. Alfie, glad to have you here. Whoop. And I start talking and I messed it. 1 E and a 2, I'm starting over right now. Again, T E and a 4 E and a, I'll stop messing around. Frames, that's insane. Yeah, we have plans and we build the hives right here. So if you need a supply of hives, we'd love to build them and ship them. We've got a shop over here. I've got someone who's very interested in building those and has experience building a number of them. And they're beautiful, right? And probably priced right, So if you need to purchase more, it sounds like you're all set now, but if you need to stock up with some more, we'd like to build them. So we'll do descend 4 2 1 4 2 1 4 2 1 4 2 1. Oh, and then 1 2 4 1 2 4. Actually, you know what? We'll do 1 2 4 all the way up, and then 1 2 4 all the way down. That's what we're going to do. An unboxing would be cool. Good idea. Paint the gentle yoga. I meant the gentle yoga. That can be challenging. Yes, absolutely. We have all the Tupelo honey producers around here. stuff this year. We have so much in the world to go to a commercial size operation. Challenge is the fun part. Scott, I need to order a jar. Flavor and then know it. Yeah. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, and same thing. 1 E and a 2 E and a. You know what to do. Have any of you seen that show on the Angel Network, The Lunatic Farmer? Man, I thought, wow, he's doing something right. He's probably doing a lot of somethings right. These were an answer to a prayer. Delorme, boy, I feel old. I have a few Delormes with some markups in them that you would, you know, the kids will one day inherit all of those geo coordinates to all of the treasures I've hidden around the state, you know what I mean? Fiddle tunes. Smash that like button too. Sky Animates, good call. Anthony, oh, G-Runs. Okay, changed my mind. I'm with Anthony, G-Runs. You're gonna help me my motivation. Time to find an old guitar and see where it is and where I'm at. Good idea. Maybe with a video breakdown song over the weekend, apply it to. Ooh, good idea. All right, good. I may be interested in top covers. Just let me know the specs. All right, did you say Haint says Guns N' Roses, please? Oh, that's not G&R, that's G-Runs. Oh, all right, let's do some G-Run work. We're there. We finally reached we've reached the plateau, the pinnacle, well, our penultimate stop before the final destination, which is off to a wonderful weekend of guitaring and loving life and living our observing all of the works of God's creation. All right. Thinking I should go to B palettes for bottoms at this point, but maybe to colony, not four. I can't wait to see what you're doing for setup over there. We're definitely going to order some honey. That I can tell you, I can guarantee you that. We're ordering honey right away. Maybe a structure of Friday's lesson that sums up the weekend song and weekends that we can go. Well, I think the idea is that the review that we basically started with strum pattern, with a very basic strum pattern, the old boom chick pattern. And of course, we talked a little bit yesterday about moving. We won't review what we did yesterday. I'll just use the G chord so we can move the bass line around. So that really can work at a number of different tempos, but it's really important for me to get this straight at a much slower tempo, and really shape up the pick, shape up the distance that it travels between strings, really minimize any movement to the point of perfection before even moving 2 or 3 clicks up the metronome. It's a slow ladder, and sometimes it's like Jacob's ladder, you know, sometimes we go like this, but that's okay. That's a part of the beauty of it, right? So we could do this, you know, boom chick pattern and then alternate bass notes, or we could just do the root, which is more traditional. If you were playing in Mr. McCoy's band. I'm high on a mountain, far as I can see, down in the night, down. Doing this long, lonesome highway, far as I can down, 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 down. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot in the simplicity, and there's a lot in the clarity. Then we decide whether we want to, you know, just do the boom chick thing, or if we wanted to cross pick. So I think one of the really basic things to understand for me is like rhythmically where the G runs begin, where do they start, and where do they stop. So that's a DTF printer. I hear that. Awesome. Is that sublimation? There's nothing better than local honey. Yeah, local honey's good. Nothing better. Keeps the sickness away, doesn't it? I hope everyone asks why our honey is so different than the neighbors turn it. Tell them that's the kind of bees I use. Yeah, you got loyal bees over there. Arch Stanton live. I lit out. Oh yeah, I lit out. Yep. I certainly did. Gotta get the chickens now. I've been lazy. Ain't. It's cold. My dogs and chickens wait until blah. Weather is perfect. Onesie and a twosie. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get with the where the placement of the G run is. So So let's do 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, and 4. It's typically on beat 3 on the second bar or the fourth bar. So it's 1, 2, T. 1, 2, 3. 1, or just beat number 4. We kind of have to do the math a little bit there just to keep things lined up correctly. 1, 2, 3. We could also just kind of work out how many beats we need to cover and how many notes, what are the ideas we want to use. So I want to start with a straight eighth note. So it'd be like 1 and 2 and T and 4 and. So it would be not even that fast. So it's 1, 1, 2, you know what to do. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on beat 3, no, we can just start with beat 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. And that's going to be our foundation, our framework upon which we can build the edifice of the G run. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. And it's a really simple one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it starts with a reverse roll and back up to the open G string from whence we started. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Or we could do the opposite. Really simple. Or you could do this just really simple melodies using the major pentatonic scale. Then that starts to expand. We could start breaking that down into 4 attacks per beat, which gives us those same 2 notes to keep it sort of like organized. And then reversing that. And then climbing up that G string. Let's take a look at what happens if we just climb the G string. And then I'll just kind of play the G chord and just count along. That was kind of a dud. And then 1, 2. So let's do the G run all on the G string. Let's limit ourselves just for one moment and say the only thing we have to use to create this G run is a G string. So let's start with the open G major scale and work our way up that. Back down, so we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And we have do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, and then back to the G, fa. So do you see we have these frameworks? As long as we have the count right, we have the notes right. Let's take a look at G major pentatonic on the G string. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, sir. No. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then 1. Really simple. So 1, 2. Weather's perfect in Florida, very nice. Let's take a look at minor pentatonic. All right, up and down the G string. 1, flat 3, 4, flat 7, 1. So we could come up with like these really cool little slurs. And then if we did that, we could use that minor pentatonic from all over the guitar as we descend that line. But I can't use that fingering, so I'll have to use the third finger so that I can set up my fourth finger here. Alright, so what's going on is I'm working on the root of 6, and then the root, and then the octave above. Sliding down to the flat 7, using that fourth finger to hit that flat 3. Just a simple little riff I've never played before, but we could use... Oh, we can finger this correctly. We could really have a greasy little lick. Ooh. And I'm really looking for that to stick around the minor pentatonic shape and feel, right? With that really nice bright lift of the major 6 at the beginning. I'd have to practice this more slowly, so this is what happens when we find a lick that we like. We have to then learn the lick. Or I do anyway. There it is. It slides all the way down. I'm almost ready to take it back up to tempo. With that major 6 in the bass, because we start right here. That would be a nice way to sort of like imitate that, you know, from state capital to another state capital. That's a rotunda on the top of the building, right? So we have this. But now I've got to program like really gross motor skill, and this is really gross right now. I can vouch for that. But it's the motor skill that we really want to practice. So I practice just kind of getting that forearm indexing into each position. So I'd start splitting up and then adding one note at a time and then building it back up to the full leg. We could either, you know, instead of reaching back for that, since we're already in that third position, we can just kind of forward roll. You know, this is part of our Ted Green work that we're doing together too. We can reach the things that we once thought were impossible. So if you really want to go off the deep end and study chords and in the deep end of the pool with me, there's a whole series of which covers the late great Ted Green's chord chemistry book, and there's another episode which airs tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's part 9Q, and it's it's pages 31 and 32. So it's minor 7, add 11 chords. So these are like totally heavenly style. These are heavenly voicings, and they're really, really awesome. So you can join me in that tomorrow right here on the channel. It'll be a live session, and that will be at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard tomorrow morning, Saturday. Join me there. Really go off the deep end. And what I'm really doing, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this this live stream is I really wanted to get my fingers prepped for all of the difficult chords in this Ted Green chord chemistry series. So please jump on over there and join us there too. If you have the time and the interest, and you want to go right off the deep end of the chords and the chord chemistry, then that's the place to be. So here, let's see if I remember what we were doing. So you get the idea, and then we could just kind of work on. You know, the basic pattern would be like the third fret on the low E string, and then open A, fret 2 on the A string, open B, and then fret 2 on the D string, and then open G. That first finger approach to the flatted 3 to the major 3, and then open D, and then fret 2, and then open G. And if you wanted to incorporate some like John Coltrane, you could do. That's not really Coltrane. So Coltrane would be like. Oh yeah, there's Coltrane. Oh, I pulled my finger right off the fretboard here. So we have G, which we would end there. Instead of going up to the E, we go up to E flat, which is part of the augmented triadic approach that he has. And it's the same. Right, but we're doing this in augmented fifths apart. The next fifth would be the B major triad. So G major triad, E flat major triad, and then B major triad, and then back to G from whence we came. And that's it for today, folks. And I really appreciate this Bluegrass Week. This was an awful lot of fun for me. And we'll get into some more bluegrassy stuff. But check out the over the weekend if you'd like to check out the tomorrow morning at 9. The Ted Green chord chemistry is there for certain. And there's another Midnight Moonlight song that I would recommend you take another look at. It's an awful lot of fun, and it's a really great repertoire song. Super easy to play, low barrier for entry, but really, really a great song. And let's see. Do I have any? I think I'm missing some stuff here. Third month of practice, I know 5 scales. Oh, good. Working to play, practice stuff as smooth as you do. Oh, me too. Thank you, Sky Animates. Yeah. The Dempsey song is really easy. Ooh, okay. All right. Oh, your D string broke. Did you get it on tape? Which one is it? 60 what? Is it 70 today? As I enter my 3rd month of practice, I know 4 scales, 5 chords, and a bunch of stuff for practice, working to play the practice stuff as smooth as you do. Well, that's certainly a compliment. I appreciate that, my friend. Redemption Song and Bernard, my friend has done a sublimation, so I can get it done. We do prints to her, to press, and also vinyl cutter. Oh, yeah, cool. Right on. The color label printer shipped last night for the Honeybee stuff. Oh, gotcha. All right, so you were up and running. All right, let's see. So Kevin, oh, have a great weekend. I missed Kevin. I thought I was going to miss him. Kevin, if you're still here, I know you're gone, but have a wonderful weekend. And let's see. After you hit the minor 3 with a bend on your 4th finger and then lower the 4th finger, really spoke. Yeah, right on. Rob Marvin. Hey, Rob, good morning. Thanks for being here. We're doing this. If you're just tuning in, I'm getting ready. We're wrapping 60 minutes. We're 62 minutes. We're 2.5 minutes over, but I wanted to just welcome you to the morning ritual for guitar growth. This happens every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it happens for the entire year of 2025. So please come back on Monday and revisit us. Rob, thanks for coming to visit. Certainly appreciate your company. You are probably going to really enjoy the live chat. The live chat is just super. It's full of super great personalities and a great place to grow and learn on the guitar. Yep. I'm very thankful. I feel the same way, Art Stanton live. Yeah, it's funny. I'm not worthy. Looked at some Baroque D. That's funny. Thank you, Jason. Great work. Happy picking, everybody. 2 more likes. Anyone? Where are we at? Oh, yeah, we've got to get up to 20. All right. So if you're here and you haven't smashed that like button, if you have it in you to do so, I'd love to see that happen. If you don't, then thanks for being here anyway. We'll see you on Monday morning. Getting ready to wrap it up here, and Christoph Bieda, B flat indeed, yeah. Been here every day this week. Oh, great. Oh, yeah, awesome, man. We'll see you again next week. Another one in the books, Uncle Rock. Definitely we'll view this one again during the normal day. Get some rest, brother. You too. All right. All right, thanks again. Love it, and really hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. And we have one more like. Oh, can we go out on the little blue on black? Wow. Blue on black. You guys know Johnny A? Blue on black, blue, black, da-da-da-da, blue on black. Yeah, it's really cool how you got that really nice, yeah, that really nice 5 to the 4 to the flat 3 to the 1 D minor pentatonic stuff going on. Difficult for me to keep all of the rhythmic breakdowns consistent with 60 beats per minute, but it's good practice. that's enough. But thanks for getting it. Well, thanks for getting us up there to 20 likes. And we'll see you again over the weekend, maybe. All right, thanks, Jason. Every day I really enjoyed it. Jason. And there we go. Pretend on that low E strings. We'll have a fun hammer on the pull-offs. Pre-bend. Not pretend. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, great stuff, man. I wish I could hang out here all day. I love hanging out with you guys. So thanks so much for being here. And until we meet again, over the weekend, certainly, especially tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard, we have the Part 9Q, Section 8. It's the minor 7, add 11 chords. We're just going to rep through that deep end and just keep it on going. So maybe we'll see some other bluegrassy stuff coming over the weekend just to kind of finish up. See you on Monday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. And until we meet again, happy picking, friend. Thank you.